Hi, my name is Patricia Blackman. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about communications. I want to start by talking about how we're each born with a special gift, a special talent that God gives us when we're born. Some people recognize their talent early, then they can get training and get even better at their talent, their special gift. Some don't get their special gift until later in life. Still others never know what their special gift is. Zig Ziglar says that many people go to their grave with their song unsung. My personal special gift from God is that I love to help people have a better life. I choose to do that through counseling, although I have helped financially or with food, clothes, whatever a person needs. I'm still learning, and I only help to the point of my knowledge. Most people that come to talk to me cannot afford a professional counselor, so the first thing I tell them, though, is that they need to seek professional help if they can, and that I'm able to listen, but I cannot give advice. A goal in this particular field is to help others have the best life that they can have. So many times people have been mistreated with misunderstood communication. So they metaphorically carry that mistreatment around in an old suitcase. Every new relationship that they try to develop, they drag out that old suitcase, pull out that old mistreatment of communications, and assume that this new person is going to do the same thing. Through Christian counseling and secular counseling, they can be helped to throw that old suitcase in the ocean and meet each new relationship with a clean slate. This is going to help them have a more fulfilling life, a life closer to God and closer to their family and friends, a life filled with love. With good communication, people can have a relationship where they have trust, intimacy, and personal sharing. I would like for people to know about relationshiping, which is in Stewart's book, and that it takes work to begin, to develop, and to make a relationship work. All relationships, including your family, your friends, and your partner, need this input, this good communication. My background and behavioral blend is I grew up in a rural community surrounded by my Christian family. Around here, honesty, integrity, and the love of God are the most important things. A person's word is their bond. A person's word is stronger than any legal document because we answer to a higher power, and that is God. We answer to a higher power than the government, than the sheriff department or the police department or whatever. We answer to God. So therefore, truth is the most important thing. Honesty is one of the most important things. God is our judge, and He knows what's going on. You may fool other people by telling them this or that, but God knows what's in our hearts. And where I grew up, that's the most important thing. By nature, I am a loving and giving person, and that is how I carry myself, how I present myself. People say different things to me. Some people tell me, oh, your aura is white. I have had people get upset at me and say, everything is not as wonderful as you think it is, because I always try to see the positive side. I try to see the good in people, and I try to help them bring that good out. Now, with that, we all have flaws, and my communication barriers are that I struggle when listening. I struggle because as I'm listening, I want to help that person with their problem. I want to fix it for them. I'm a fixer. I want to make everything all right so that they will have a good life. And so I have to learn, and I've been working on it through this class, learn to listen just to listen. Learn to listen, not to judge or to fix the problem for them. Just listen, because oftentimes a person just wants someone to listen to them, and that's all part of the communication between people, and just learning to listen. I earned my BS in psychology, and then I began taking counseling classes, and I realized that this was a problem for me. This class and the books, especially the book Listening, the Forgotten Skill, has helped me, but I'm still working on it. It is a mindful habit of mine now to just listen. I remind myself, just listen, Patricia. Don't listen so you can fix this for them. Just listen and hear the words that they're saying. Hear the hurt that they're trying to communicate to you, and just listen. Don't try to fix it for them. Learning to be vulnerable to the speaker. Be like a sponge, which means to absorb the speaker's message just as it is. Paying attention to what they're saying, not trying to make the message they're giving me about me or anything, just understanding it as they're saying it. Put this work into better understand what the speaker is trying to tell me and what it is they want and need from me, to be able to focus on and be able to respond to the speaker, to the content of the conversation, and the relationship aspect of what the speaker is trying to say to me, whether that's a friend or my husband or my sisters, anyone that's trying to speak to me, just to try to understand the content of what they're saying from their point of view and not from my point of view. My plan of action is to continue to learn, to gain knowledge, and to practice the things that I'm learning. I'm learning to be a better listener. And the book Bridges Not Walls, it was so wonderful to open my eyes to just listening. Just listen. One of the listening skills in the book Bridges Not Walls is the 5th listening skill, which is to encourage the talker by using attentive silence. Just be quiet and listen. So many times I think that's what I do with God too. If I just listen, just be quiet, just be an attentive listener. Just listen to what God's saying, because He whispers. God never yells at us. And so just to listen to Him as well as the people around me is so wonderful, to be able to learn just to listen and hear what they're saying. To listen without judging. Don't make a decision for that person. Don't judge what they're saying. Just to listen to what they're saying. The books, of course, the Bible is our first resource, listening skill, and teaches so many things in it of how to listen to each other and how to communicate with each other. And then the books that we have, Bridges Not Walls and Listening, the Forgotten Skill, they all have been resources, and this class has been wonderful. I've enjoyed it, and I've learned so much about my flaws about listening and how I need to do a better job. And I'd like to leave you with this one thought, and this is for all of us. All things are possible through God. And that's it. Through God, all things are possible.